Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have here today is a 2014 Mercedes-Benz C350 4MATIC Coupe.
This C-Class Coupe is painted in palladium silver metallic.
Now normally I'm not too big on aftermarket rims, but these custom 19-inch alloys look absolutely incredible on this car. This car just looks gorgeous. You have smart key access for both doors. And on the key fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. Door panels have storage areas. You've got your power trunk release. It has an excellent premium Harman Kardon sound system. Sounds incredible, feel like you're at a concert. Needless to say, it's a Benz, power windows, locks, mirrors. Your power driver seat controls are right here, and you got 3-person memory for the driver.
This one has the ash interior color scheme with the aluminum interior trim. You can choose between MB Tex or leather seat upholstery.
Both front seats are power adjusted. Driver's one is full power. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine.
The C-Class is Mercedes-Benz's popular entry in the compact executive class, rivaling cars like the BMW 3 Series. The model made its debut for 1994 to replace the Mercedes 190, and as of the 2023 model year is now in its 5th generation. This 2014 model we have today represents the C-Class's 3rd generation, codenamed W204, which overall was produced for model years 2008 through 2015. It ended up being built in 3 different body styles, which included a 4-door sedan, a 5-door station wagon, which I'm pretty sure was only sold internationally, and this, a 2-door coupe. The coupe body style, which debuted a few years after the wagon and sedan, was also the last version of the W204 generation to be produced, as 2014 was the last year for W204 sedans, whereas the coupes were made into 2015. For model year 2012, the W204 C-Class received its biggest update in the form of a mid-cycle facelift. Said update gave it refreshed exterior styling, as well as a completely new steering wheel and dashboard. The C-Class Coupe also debuted in the US that year. A couple updates to the engine options were also made, including a new base C250 model for the domestic market, and C350 models getting their power bumped up to over 300 horsepower. The US market 2014 model year C-Class came in the sedan and coupe body styles. Main model variants that year included the C250 with a 1.8-liter turbo inline-4 engine making just over 200 horsepower, the sedan-only C300 with a 3.5-liter V6 making just under 250 horsepower, the C350 like this one, which also uses a 3.5-liter V6 but with power boosted to over 300 horses, the C63 AMG with a 450-horse 6.2-liter V8, and finally the C63 AMG Edition 507, with that same V8 cranking out over 500 ponies. C250 and C300 sedan models also came in 2 distinctive sub-trim levels known as Luxury and Sport. As for transmissions, a 7-speed of some sort is standard, with most models using a traditional torque converter automatic, and AMG models using a dual-clutch automatic. Rear-wheel drive is the standard drivetrain, but 4MATIC all-wheel drive is available on the C300 sedan and the coupe variant of the C350, and the one in this video is equipped with it. In Mercedes-Benz's 2014 US lineup, the C-Class is slotted between the smaller CLA class and the larger E-Class.
So in the instrument cluster, you have 4 analog gauges, or tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And then in the center is a digital info display, which can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. Right now your driving info, range, trip computers, that kind of stuff. Then you go to your navigation, audio info, any phones you might have hooked up. You got your driving aids, service, and then various settings. You get a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel. On this side, you have your information display controls, and on this side, you have your Bluetooth and audio controls. There are also paddle shifters to manually shift the transmission, and the steering wheel is power, tilt, and telescopic. The parking brake is foot operated. Fog light switch, headlight switch, climate vent for the driver. Right here you have your high beam, turn signal, and wiper stalk. Then below that you have a stalk for your cruise control. Going down the center of the interior, first thing, this screen, which is for your COMAND infotainment system. We'll go over that more in a bit. Your central climate vents, beautiful brushed aluminum trim. Got all of your physical radio controls / infotainment system controls. Your volume power knob, C-track, CD player, also has a 6-disc changer. And then some shortcuts and whatnot for the infotainment system. Your hazard switch.
Button for your auto start-stop.
3-stage heated front seats. Then below that you have your dual zone automatic climate controls. Nice 4MATIC plaque, let you know it's all-wheel drive. Have a lighter and ashtray or storage and power outlet. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera.
You also have your drive mode selector button, which can go between your sport and eco driving modes.
You have 2 cup holders, and right here are your COMAND infotainment system controls. You got this knob, then your back and clear buttons, and this is exclusively how you control it since it's not a touchscreen. Got a center console, got a USB port, a little storage right there as well. The glove box is lockable. Both sun visors, of course, have vanity mirrors and lights, along with card holders, auto dimming rear view, garage home link, your roadside assistance, overhead lighting, and you also have your power controls for your panoramic sunroof. The driver and front passenger also get grab handles. Alright, so here is the COMAND infotainment system. Right now we're on audio. We have AM, FM, along with Sirius XM. I believe that is weather band. You have navigation. There's your map. That's how you move it. Then in the bottom row you have your navigation settings. Back to audio. Not only do you have your sources, presets, You also have your sound settings, phone, video, system. You got like a screensaver, like an analog clock. Also, fuel economy info. System settings as well. Then with this, you got some apps like your SiriusXM and Travel Link, kind of weather, Mercedes mobile website. Then back to audio. But now, we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. Both windows are fully automatic.
This C-Class rides on custom 19-inch 7-spoke alloy rims from Niche Road Wheels. The C350 gets its power from a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine. This all-aluminum power plant includes dual overhead camshafts and 4 valves per cylinder, along with variable valve timing and direct injection. Horsepower is rated at 302 at 6,500 RPM, with torque being rated at 273 pound-feet from 3,500 to 5,250 RPM. Power is sent to all 4 wheels of this C-Class thanks to Mercedes-Benz's patented 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. The transmission is a 7-speed automatic with a manual mode. Running on premium unleaded with a 17.4-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for a C-Class equipped like this one are about 19 mpg in the city and 27 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Stopping the car are 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. Base curb weight is around 3,700 pounds for a C350 coupe.
Coat hooks. Rear passengers get their own set of climate vents. You also have some storage with a 12-volt power outlet. 2 more cup holders. A little bit of storage. So space back here, as someone who's about 6'1", the biggest problem for me is headroom. I'm having to bend my neck down. The front seat isn't all the way back. It's about right there. And legroom is somewhat alright. But, yeah, not the most spacious, definitely kind of cramped, but that's, you know, what you'd expect from a 2-door coupe. This car is definitely what I'd call a personal luxury car. But, I mean, this generation of C-Class, the coupe body style in particular, just looks incredible, especially in this silver color with those rims. Just have dual exhaust.
The C-Class Coupe boasts 11.7 cubic feet of trunk space. The rear seats can also be folded down to allow for more storage.
And as you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2014 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.